my last video, I inserted the King of Pop into Jujutsu Kaisen universe in only 3 weeks, and you guys really love the concepts. But today, we are going even further, with an even tougher challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to insert myself into the greatest anime of all time, Attack on Titan. In this video, I'm gonna push my limits with a super dynamic animation inspired by the show, where the GOAT of the GOATs, Levi Ackerman, has a chase scene against Kenny. As you already know, I will be combining 2D and 3D to pull this off, and I only have 3 days to make something that can rival with Sweet Studio. Yeah, you heard that right, 3 days. I admit it, this is gonna be tight. First, I needed to adapt my character to this realistic Attack on Titan universe. You know, I can't just show up looking out of space. So I made an illustration of my character trying to stay close to my actual real face for that realistic feel. Since I currently have a buzz cut, I gave him the same so it stayed consistent. I did another drawing standing up so you can really see how good I look in this uniform. And here's how it turned out. That's all nice and good, but you have no idea of the suffering I'm about to go through. Look at these details, bro. This is gonna be a nightmare to animate without a solid character sheet. Getting my character into 3D. My character is ready, but there is a problem. To generate him properly in 3D and be able to animate him easier later with auto rig, he needs to have his arms spread out and stand up straight. Basically the classic character sheet pose. I'm not about to redraw the whole thing from scratch just for the pose, and this is exactly where this cool feature saves me. I opened the image generation tab in Tripo and used their pose conversion tool powered by Nano Banana and GPT to get that clean result. I asked it to reposition my character with arms spread out, standing straight, and here's what I get. Next, so the AI understand what's behind my character, cause a single front facing image is limited, so I used multi-view, and honestly this is impressive. Watch how consistent everything stays from every angle. The uniform, the straps, the buzz cut, everything looks good. Once that's done, I switched to HD model H3.1, their premium engine, the one that captures the most details and geometric precision. Then I click generate, and there it is. It's so fast. The character isn't perfect, but that's fine. I don't need to run 10 different generations. This one is more than enough for what I need. It'll just help me to understand the character volume in 3D space so that I can properly nail my pose and perspective later. If you use my link at the top of the description, you get 500 bonus credit to try the tool. No code needed. It applies automatically in Tripo. Now's the time to jump on it, guys. Wait, look at this. With Tripo, you can also rig and animate the character directly inside the platform. Nah, bro, that's insane. Seeing a soldier of Attack on Titan dancing like this that kills me, I can't lie. But anyway, that's not what we need right now. We just need a static model for our reference and character sheet, and no need to bother downloading it manually. I use their DCC brick to send it over in one click. Off to Blender for the next part. My character sheet is in place. I add lighting for a good setup, then I export everything, and here's our character sheet, which will be super useful going forward. Now let's move on to animation. So I started the day with a small cup of coffee to prepare my brain for the suffering ahead. Then it was the time to tackle the animation, and here is the storyboard. Like this scene from Attack on Titan, our scene takes place in the middle of the city with my character flying between buildings. We see the character from a distance in the air, his cable hooked onto a building, then descends at speed, getting closer to the camera, then launching into the air like a fucking Spider-Man, and keeps moving ultra fast between buildings. I really hope I can finish this in 3 days, guys. So we're gonna start by animating the background in Blender to figure out the camera movement we'll use. Yeah, I use cubes so we can understand the movement, but I will replace them with a real building later. Then I export the video as an image sequence into Clip Studio Paint to animate on top of it. The scene will be done as one long shot to save the time. Here's the animation sketch. Not bad, right? And to think I only have 2 years of experience in animation. I've never imagined I'd be able to do this one day. I think this is a solid base already. So we're gonna rest here for today and pick it up tomorrow for the rest of the animation. Today we're going to tackle the cleanup. I'll skip the step of the tie down because I don't really have time. It's gonna be a packed day, guys, so let's get right into it.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously and I don't really...
It's 8 p.m. and I got a lot done today. We finished the cleanup, so all that left is adding the colors tomorrow and finalizing the CG background, and we'll be good to go. Today is the last day of the challenge and I'm super excited to see how the final result turned out. Without wasting time, I grabbed the illustration of my character that I made at the start to pick colors with airdropper so I can start working on coloring. Frame by frame, I move forward, coloring the shadows, the lights, like the Attack on Titan from Wit Studio, and I animate a few effects to add some dynamics to the animation. And here are the results. What? I wasn't about to show you now. There's still one step left to make this perfecto, the background in CGI. Since we already animated the camera, we just need to add buildings in the planet spots where these cubes are. Genius, right? But I have one tiny little problem right now. Just really tiny problem. I'm broke, man. If I go to Sketchfab to buy 3D house, I know I'll have a heart attack at the prices they're asking. Good news though, no need to beg for help elsewhere. Tripo literally has Nano Banana and GPT built directly into its image generation model. So I stay in the same app, zero negotiation with anyone. I just describe what I want. I ask for a set of medieval buildings in the style of the Shiganshina districts and powered by Nano Banana and GPT right inside Tripo, and with seconds I already have a clean 2D reference. No need to go look for an image anywhere else. Now let's turn this image into 3D. Quick notes here. Tripo also offers a smart mesh mod which generates an ultra fast low poly model with no texture. Super handy if you're working on a video game or anything real time. But for us, since we want a high detailed result that's matched with studio effects, we don't need that here. So I'm sticking with HD model H3.1. I push the slide to 8K textures for maximum details on the walls. Click generate, and a few moments later, boom, I've got a full set of medieval buildings perfect for the Shiganshina district. The woods textures, the bricks, the roof tiles, everything is ultra detailed right out of the gate. It's clean, it's professional, and it literally took me 2 minutes instead of 2 weeks of modeling. I send it all into Blender to prep the final render. I replace all the cubes with our 3D houses to start building our city. Then I set up a good sunlight like in Attack on Titan, and here's what it looks so far. But I feel like something missing. Oh right, I forgot the wall. And for this one, it's the same workflow, but pushed a bit further since it's really the centerpiece of the set. I go back into Tripo's image generation tab, and this time describe a massive stone wall, dozens of meters height, with that worn texture and slightly austere style you see in the anime, again powered by GPT inside the tool. So once more, zero external software. Once the image is generated using Nano Banana and GPT, I look over the results, regenerate one or two variants to get the right level of details on the stone, and once I have the one I like, I go back to HD model H3.1 with 8K texture enabled, same combo as the house. I click generate, and in 2 seconds it gives us this banger. Honestly, I don't know how this technology works, but it's just insane. One single image to 3D workflow, and I knock out both houses, and all of that without even opening another piece of software. Guys, trust me, you should all understand how this new technology works so that you don't get left behind. AI is just a tool, like a pencil for drawing. It's not our enemy or something like that. AI doesn't create brain rots on its own. There are people behind it who come up with the idea. The AI's job is just bringing to life what we already want to make. Even if some people refuse to use AI, I'd still recommend testing it and understand how it works, so you don't get caught off guard in the future by deep fakes or something that could put you at risk just because you ignored the most important thing. Let me tell you something, guys. Back when there were only painters to make portraits of people, do you think they were thrilled when the camera showed up? The work that used to take a month could now be done in a second. Can you imagine the shock that they went through? AI is nothing compared to what artists back then felt. Filthy machine stealing our work, they said to themselves. But years later, painting is still here. It's just adapted to the evolution of the world. And now we have digital painting making gorgeous background for all your favorite anime. Honestly, a real artist is like a damn mauraga, adapting to anything no matter the era. So guys, do whatever you want. Everyone's free to choose. But don't forget what I just told you. I'm not just an animator. I consider myself a scientist of art. I love tasting, dissecting, understanding how old and new art techniques work. Do the same and you'll be free. And honestly, that's exactly why tools like Tripo interest me. It's not about replacing handcraft work. It's about saving time I can reinvest into frame-by-frame animation, where the human touch really makes the difference. So I make the compositing real quick to make everything look perfect, and after 3 days of hard work, I'm finally done. This wasn't easy at all, and I'm not that proud of this result, but I think it's okay for 3 days. Don't forget to subscribe, to like the video, try the Tripo model. I've left the link in the description. Thanks to Tripo for sponsoring this video. And now, enjoy the final animation.